Today is September 29th, 2021. We are down to 5 games remaining in the season, and the Yankees have won 7 straight games, led by the power of Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, and inspired by the turtle power of the newest Yankee, Bronxy. The Yankees look to make it 8 straight tonight against the Blue Jays and lower their magic number to 1. On the mound, they turn to their ace, Gerrit Cole, as he goes for victory number 17. My recap, your reactions, next. This is Yankees Game Night. Let's cancel the win music, don't we? So, all good things must come to an end, so that means we use the sad music. On the downside, the Yankees' 7-game win streak has been snapped. I'm not going to give the Yankees a tough time tonight, though, because they're still number 1 in the wild card. You can't win every night. They did fight back very hard, but ultimately they came up short. They wouldn't have fought back this hard a couple of weeks ago. Remember that couple of games against Cleveland? Seems like forever ago, but it was really only about 10 days ago. And the Yankees just rolled over when they fell down early, but they fell down early tonight and they fought back a little bit. Just ran into a Yankee killer. And Bo Bichette is a Yankee killer. Red Sox currently big lead on the Orioles right now, so they will probably gain a game. Stone Cold with the Super Chat. Reminder to hold your chats until after I'm done with the recap. Says, was Haney pitching or Cole? Thank you for the dono. I do have some good news. Skittles has discontinued their green apple Skittle. So that's over, thankfully. Going to keep it short tonight. I try not to linger after losses. So on with the recap. Jose Barrios came out guns blazing in the first. He struck out the side with an array of filthy pitches. And I said after the first inning, he's got no-hit stuff. Ended up taking the Yankees a while to get a hit. Gerrit Cole, on the other hand, had nothing in the first inning. Double by Springer, 2-run home run by Semien. Springer picked up another base hit and an RBI in the bottom of the second to make it 3-0. Bo Bichette makes it 4-0 with a solo home run in the third. That guy just kills the Yankees. Just kills them. And look, he's kind of comfortable in the box. I feel like you got to back him up. I'm not saying throw at him, but I'm saying come off the plate, maybe at his hip, at his legs, make him back off the plate. Make him move his feet. That's the way you handle a guy who's too comfortable against you. Yankees finally break through in the top of the 5th. A double by Gleyber Torres. He had 3 hits tonight. Single by Urshela and a double by Gardner cut the lead to 4-2. Guerrero gets one right back in the 5th, though, with a double to open it back up to 5-2. Top of the 6th, a double by DJ LeMahieu and a sac fly from Aaron Judge makes it 5-3. Honestly, that was more runs than I thought the Yankees were going to get tonight after I saw Barrios pitch the first inning. I mean, he looked unhittable. Gallo got drilled in the forearm with a pitch in the 7th. Did not look good in slow-mo. Looked like his arm kind of bent a little bit in a place where it's not supposed to bend. He ended up coming out of the game, got pinch hit for by a righty against a lefty, Gary Sanchez. At a time we needed 1 run, that did not seem like a good move to me. So I'm guessing it's injury related. That's why the little arm question mark there. They didn't say why he left, but I'm guessing that he's at least at minimum got some pain in that forearm. So all in all, just not a good outcome for the Yankees tonight. Urshela struck out. Boone went to Luke Voit to pinch hit for Brett Gardner. First at bat in a week for Luke Voit. Way to set him up for success. He strikes out, runs to first base, is limping back to the dugout. So looks like he got hurt as well. Kyle Higashioka, though, picks them up with a 2-run single to tie the game. Gerrit Cole was done after 6. Not a great night. 5 earned runs. He had good stuff, but did not have the precise command early in the game. That was the difference. Just got to hit your spots. He was missing and falling behind in counts. And, he did have a 0 in the walk column, but there's a difference between control and command. He had enough control to not walk guys, but not enough command to throw the ball where he wanted to. And maybe he was just missing just a little bit of extra zip. I mean, we saw 100 miles an hour, but there just seemed to be a little something. He looked a little tired, a little bit off to me tonight. Johnny Lasagna came off the IL and into the game in the bottom of the 7th and worked an efficient 1-2-3 inning. Good to have him back. Best WAR among relief pitchers in the American League this year. Stanton nearly gave the Yankees a lead in the top of the 8th. Hit one to the warning track, but it got caught. Would have been a home run in 3 major league ballparks, including Yankee Stadium, but not, unfortunately, in Toronto. And then Bichette, one of the guys that we said before the series, you cannot let beat you. He's been beating you all year like a drum. Hits his 2nd home run of the game. This one off of Clay Holmes, who has not been great in this series. Struggling a little bit. Looks a little bit tired also. Crowd goes bonkers. 28 on the season for Bichette. Feels like all 28 have come against the Yankees. And unfortunately, the Yankees lose this one. Futai says a loss is a loss, but the Yankees showed some fight. So maybe we can continue fighting tomorrow. Yankees draw a tough card tomorrow. Robbie Ray, Cy Young contender, probably Cy Young winner after Garrett Cole tonight. Garrett Cole, that's probably his last start of the season. You may need to pitch him in a game 162, but I doubt it at this point. Just mathematically, I don't see that happening. 6 innings, 9 hits, 5 earned runs. He's got a 3.23 ERA on the season and a 16-8 record on the year. So just not a dominant season, but a very, very good season. Not quite Cy Young worthy, I don't think. And SB Game says $324 million bust. I'm gonna have to go ahead and disagree with that with that take there. I mean, he's had a good year. He's had a really good year. He's been in the Cy Young competition into September. He's had to carry the load. I think he leads the American League in wins. So, yeah, that's not a good take right there. Cool Rodri says, Garrett Cole needs to shave off some of the money we're paying him. Can't give up 5 runs in a crucial game. I'm sure he wanted to give up no runs, but he's not giving back any money. Listen, we're going to cut this short if this turns into a Garrett Cole hate fest. Garrett Cole has done a ton for this team this year. A ton. Appreciate it, Super Dono SP Games. Garrett Cole was lights out in the playoffs last year against the Indians. He has won nearly every big game that the Yankees have had to win this year. He's a little tired. You know, he made 12 or 13 starts last year. He's made 30 this year, 181 innings. That's the biggest innings jump of his career. I guarantee it without even looking at the numbers. It happens. Bad starts happen. He's been overwhelmingly good. So let's tone down the hate. Let's act like responsible fans. Kian Patel with the positive take, a realistic take. Cole has carried us. How many times this year have we not gotten runs for Cole? I mean, he's pitched his tail off. He's a human being. He can have bad nights. We got to set the standards a little more realistically for our players. Guys are not going to have those Dwight Gooden years every year, like where Gooden was 24-4 in 1986 or whatever. It's just not going to happen every year. You're not going to have the Louisiana Lightning 25-3 game anymore. It's a different ball game. Garrett Cole is a fastball pitcher. The Blue Jays are a fastball team. If you want to flummox the Blue Jays, you got to throw a guy like Nestor Cortez. Like if you had a 1-game playoff against Cortez or with Cortez against the Blue Jays, I think Cortez could beat them because he's a mix and match guy. Yo Elvis says we will win tomorrow. And Stuck says Robbie Ray has a 5 ERA against the Yankees. Well, different Robbie Ray. Robbie Ray has really put it together this year. All right, we got too many people just getting in on Garrett Cole. He had a rough night. It happens. I'm not going to put those on the screen. Anthony Pupo says, who's pitching tomorrow? I think it's Corey Kluber. I'm pretty sure it's Corey Kluber tomorrow night. B. Barnes says, who scouts the Jays? They should be fired. Bichette, anything up in the zone, he kills it. Appreciate the dono. Yeah, Bichette he just takes such an enormous hack. It seems like his barrel gets through the zone so quick on those high pitches. He just tomahawks him. And the Yankees like to pitch up in the zone. They're a team that pitches guys up in the zone. They challenge with fastballs, and he's ready. And that's why he kills the Yankees. Pop Collecting 101. First of all, I love Funko Pop, so I like your name. Says, people got to relax. We're still up 1 in the wild card. We're the number 1 seed, two up from Seattle and the Jays. Yeah, we didn't honestly expect the Yankees to win out this entire 9-game gauntlet, did we? Let's be realistic as fans. Let's want to win every night, but when we lose, we can't dump on the team and dump on the team's best players. Anybody who's crapping on Garrett Cole tonight fundamentally misunderstands pitching. Fundamentally misunderstands. The guy has been great all year. His stuff was great tonight. He still has probably the top 2-3 stuff in the league. 100-mile-an-hour fastball, lights out, breaking ball. But he's tired. He's been carrying the load this entire year. His arm is dragging a little bit. His command is not quite where it should be. He's coming off with a hamstring injury. Give the guy a break. I know he makes more money than anybody on the team, and we expect a great performance from him. But money and performance are not necessarily correlated. You don't perform to your paycheck every time. Even highly paid players have bad nights, bad seasons. You know, Chris Davis was getting paid $15, $20 million a year, and he was hitting 180. You know, your paycheck doesn't determine how well you're going to play. In general, it's past performance. Planet Earth says, is he tired or injured? We don't necessarily know that it's either, right? I mean, he's still bringing the 100-mile-an-hour fastball, so he hasn't lost the heat. His breaking ball still looks sharp. To me, his body probably is a little bit worn out, and so his mechanics have drifted a little bit. If you start him in the wild card game, he's got an extra day off. So I think he's going to come out strong in the wild card game, assuming that the Yankees don't need to use him in 162. Cool Rotary says Cole is due to have a shutout game, hopefully the wild card, but the Voit at bat confused me. Let's talk about the Voit at bat for a second, because I just feel like he was not put into a position to succeed. I mean, the guy hasn't had an at bat in a week, and you bring him up in a tough situation, a key moment in the game against a tough pitcher. And of course, he's going to struggle there. I think it would have been a surprise if he succeeded. Unhinged Yankee says, Bo Bichette is the evil version of me. And we got Pat in the chat. He looks a little bit like you with the long hair. But he's, I think he's doing a little bit better financially. He's well made by, what is he, 25 years old? He's doing okay. Let's see. Eric C says, more important, Cole has pride and he knows in the playoffs he needs to come out strong. Yeah, I'm not worried about Garrett Cole in the least. Sure, you would have liked to win tonight's game, but it's not a must win. It's a different mentality. I'm sure he wants to win every time and he fights to win every time, but look, there's a different mentality when it's win or go home, which is what we're going to see probably the next time that he comes out. But I agree with William Flores, who says the Voit move was a bonehead move. I mean, and Voit, we haven't gotten a report yet that I've seen. So if somebody finds out what the injury was, he was limping off the field. And that's why you have a tough time playing him every single day, because he gets hurt. I think we're going to have a new first baseman next year. I really do. Phoenix says, how do you feel about this loss? Well, I mean, rewind 14 minutes and 20 seconds. That's, and you'll get, I've been going on about it. Losses suck, but as fans, we have to be responsible and realize that you're going to lose sometimes. There's that old adage. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes it rains. So most important thing is to come back and win tomorrow. I think the Yanks will be all right. Planet Earth says, Boone said that Luke should be okay. That might have been one of those things where you limp because you haven't run in a week and maybe you step funny. You know, that might have been one of those things. So hopefully he's all right. Junior B says, not for nothing, Luke limps all the time. Nothing like limping around all the time as a professional athlete. Tomorrow night feels like a much bigger game than tonight. So hopefully the Yankees can bring the lumber, bring the pitching. And Lori C says, and we're going to end it on this, says, Bronxy should be on the menu tomorrow. Turtle soup. Hey. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Special shout out to the Patreon supporters and anyone else who has supported this channel. If you enjoyed this video, give it the old thumbs up and subscribe for more Yankees content year-round. If you really enjoyed it, check out the Frieze. It's the official podcast of this channel. Or pick up some swag from the Teespring store, link in the description. Thanks for watching.